Warhammer 40k
Victory
Rogue Trader.
awaits.
Last time, we repelled the Drukari attack on Dargonis, and we met the one guy from the raid from the previous one, and he was like, my whole goal was to basically see your pain, make you feel it on the inside, and then he screwed off while we dealt with the rest of his troops. So far they're saying that everyone's leaving and we should be able to have this back in order, and we saved Argonis. And then they were like, the Vox Master told us they have reports, so we gotta go back to his ship. So we'll be doing that after we loot and try to see if we can help anybody.
None shall stand in my way.
Dang it. Eek. I was trying to get that. A ceremonial throne. Looks like it's a little scratched up, but otherwise it's okay. Not that I really care compared to the people.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
A new challenge for me.
I guess they're gonna hold while we leave. Oh yeah, we also found Scalander, and he said that we have traitors in our midst. Humans that I guess were telling them where to hit, how to hit. So and check these other turrets. Nope, there were none. Never mind.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Okay. Still, I feel like with our fleet, our anti-defense systems, everything, and the mass amount of people and soldiers, I feel like it should have been a lot harder than that, even with traders. Maybe that's just me overestimating my power. Welcome back. During your absence, we assisted the ground forces by coordinating their movements from orbit. Detailed casualty and damage reports have been submitted to your perusal. It is with the deepest awe that I inform you that with the timely intervention and the resilience of the world's defenders managed to break the back of the raid, which had threatened to turn into a protracted war. Dargonis suffered losses, but the hive was sufficient, or the hive, the hive has sufficient capacity to restore the administrative networks and industries as expeditiously as possible. Expeditiously, gosh. The world remains intact despite the insidious blow dealt by the Xenos. Sorry, trying to get over this cough and everything and words sometimes. I have been given Scalander's reports that he failed to deliver in time. They indicate that Xenos activity dropped sharply after you departed for the Cinerus and Maleficum. Considering the scale of the Dargonis raid, it is safe to assume the Drukhari used all forces at their disposal, and may now require some time to replenish the losses. Achilles is presently recuperating from his severe wounds, and without his aid, we are temporarily blind to the scheming of the enemies of humanity. However, our strategists are still hoping for a lull in attacks and raids, which will allow us to gather our strength for a new conflict. Your wise Lex mechanics have analyzed the state of the Protectorate. They believe that thanks to your decisive actions, the acute phase of the crisis has passed. The domain of the Von Valancius dynasty is no longer facing dissolution and ruin. In honor of such a resounding triumph, Dargonis, as the capital world of your domain, is currently making preparations for the Magnae Accessio, a grand ceremony of your public induction as the heir of the Honorable Theodora von Valancius. Governor Drivestem has vowed that not even the recent devastating and tragic news and events will be permitted to cast a shadow over the glorious occasion. Why do I need some ceremony? It is the ancient tradition of the dynasty when their heir accedes to rogue trader status, they take a sacred oath of fealty to their emperor and announce themselves as his steward on the dynasty's vassal worlds. It is an act of faith that is meant to remind the rogue trader of the mission. In the eyes of your subject, you are already a rogue trader. It is now time to become one in the eyes of the emperor. I've only just returned from Dargonis. What kind of celebrations can they hope to hold amid the ruins? Do not underestimate Governor Drivestem's desire to find favor with your lordship. At this very moment, thousands of your subjects are clearing rubble, washing away bloodstains, sweeping the floors, and transporting corpses to the lower sectors. The wardens have been tasked with clearing the ceremony venue of the injured and those who were burned out of their houses. They will be forcibly moved to the industrial levels. Rest assured, by the start of the festivities, the capital's wounds will be, if not healed, then well hidden under elaborate set dressing. What is this ceremony? So I swear an oath, then I shake a lot of sweaty hands? That much is certain, but that's not all there is to it. There will also be a reception, as well as other noble guests. The distinguished rogue traders Caligos Winterscale and Incendia Corda will be in attendance. It will be a great honor for Dargonis to host 3 illustrious dynasties at once. Your servants wish to know your opinions on 2 matters related to the ceremony arrangements. The first is what festive activities are to take place. Must I decide how to entertain them too? It is not so much about the entertainment, it's about the tone you wish to set for your entire reign. These activities will let people know you as a person and as a ruler. Did rogue traders from the other dynasties flock to Theodora's Magna Accessio as well? Archival records indicate that they did. Lady Theodora's Magna Accessio was attended by the esteemed Caligos Winterscale and Acipe Corda, Incendia's predecessor. It is as an informal tradition. By witnessing the ceremony, the heads of the other dynasties confirm that they recognize the rogue trader as their equal. They are willing to respect the new rogue trader's privileges and not encroach up on their holdings, no more than usual at least. Yeah, let the poor be fed and fuel cells handed out to those in need. My reign will be an act of benevolence. Your subjects will appreciate your generosity, Lord Captain. We are never short of people in need. The second matter is which two of your closest companions will be given the honor of standing by your side. Does it matter? Absolutely. This symbolic gesture will accentuate your connection to certain classes or parties to which your companions belong. All eyes will be on you, and the people will remember whom you choose to be your closest allies. That is why there can be no more than two, or it won't be a unique show of favor. Well, Abelard deserves it. The servants of House von Blancius will see in this the continuity of the dynasty's glorious traditions. And who is the second? I was thinking of Cassia. Yeah. Because Cassia is my navigator, and also she is the girl that, she likes me and I like her, so there's also that. And also you have the whole House Orcelios thing, so I'll say the honor will go to Cassia. A great boon for House Orcelio. I got 50 insight. I can make a bunch of trails. I will see to it that your instructions are delivered to Dargonus. The master of ceremonies at the palace will report to you when the capital is ready to praise your name. I would have said Pascal because he's also really important, but yeah. Following the Omnicized guidance, I request permission to execute the report protocol that entails describing suboptimalities within the recent operations of the ship systems and subsequently proposing the appropriate course of action. Okay. Initiating exposition. With the Omnicized blessing, I conducted several sessions of tech meditation in an effort to transpose the available data streams into a matrix of patterns. The data subjected to this analysis comprised evidence of deviations in the operation of the ship's systems and servitors, as well as irregularities in the algorithms of the ship's log. I've arrived at the following conclusion. This vessel's machine spirit is most extraordinary. A full cycle of sacred diagnostics must be performed, followed by a complementa ritual. This ritual will force the spirit responsible for these recent events to reveal itself. Once it does, we will be able to understand its nature and take action applicable to its nature. What kind of action? Applicable to the entity that appears before us. If it is a machine spirit of great might, we must appease it and humbly ask about the reasons behind the portents it has shown us. If it is an abomination of tech heresy, the complementa ritual will help us purge the ship of its unhallowed presence. Am I necessary? Affirmative. For the complementa ritual to take place, activation via the blood of the dynasty is required. All the ship's high protocols are activated with the key of blood. Okay. You have my gratitude. I will notify the tech comrades to begin their preparations for the complementa ritual at once. My tech comrades have spent the assigned number of cycles in prayer and vigil. Everything is prepared for the complementa ritual of cleansing. Its commencement will require an authorization key in the form of blood. If you are ready, place your hand into the Cyber Gargoyles receiving module. Blah blah blah, we know. Where's the crew? All personnel whose function is below critical have been removed for the duration of the sacred ritual. Do you have at least a vague idea of what the problem is or what we might encounter? The bounds of possibility are vast. We cannot be certain for what we are dealing with until the calculations are complete. However, there exists a risk that all that we have we have observed here on the ship are manifestations of abominable intelligence. What is abominable intelligence? A transgression, a sentient mechanism created by human hands but no longer needing its masters. A rebelling machine spirit that has forgotten the will of the Messiah who sent it to serve and aid humanity, not to exist for its own sake. Only once did our ancestors underestimate the menace that is abominable intelligence and its terrible power. A great war followed, one that humanity nearly lost. After that calamity, the creation of sentient machines was categorically forbidden, and any such abomination without exception must now face deconstruction. Yeah, it was called the Dark Age of Humanity. Basically an AI situation happened where, for some reason, I'm not entirely sure of, maybe it was because we were overworking the AI or maybe got too advanced for us, I don't know. Anyway, the AI decided to turn on humanity and all of its Iron Warriors, the Iron Soldiers, Iron Legion, whatever you want to call them, started attacking us and we almost got wiped out. It was pretty bad. Anyway, I'm ready. Key accepted. Activating purgation protocols. Intrusion, lockout, prevention. Sad. Pascal, what's going on? The complementa ritual is proceeding as intended. Quiet. Hello? Hello to you? Nomos are glad to be speaking. Nomos are here. Nomos have been here long. Why are we here? What are you? Nomos. We are Nomos. But what is Nomos? No answer. No data available. We want to know too. Are you a machine spirit? Nomos do not know. Nomos do not know themselves. Did you silence Pascal? Nomos wanted no disturbance, only quiet. Can you render other people silent too? Sometimes, some people. Nomos can do many things. We do not always know what or how. We do not know we could make silence until now. I make it stop now. Extraordinary. Extraordinary transmission jamming. Unknown protocols. What has been revealed to me? Is it the omnicized glory or foul tech heresy? I would like to... What do you want from us, Nomos? Are you friend or foe? Nomos von Valancius, we are your blood. Nomos are a sentinel. We awoke when the strange light invaded the ship. We protected you when you needed help. We escorted you when you were surrounded by danger. Nomos are movement. We carry you throughout the frightening, the waiting, the measureless. We awaken when our ailing heart was refusing to awaken. You called us a hallowed spirit and asked us to guard you against your doom. The warp engine activation against all probability during our escape from the Rycat system. The Category 3 miracle manifested by the ship's machine spirit. And the part about protecting, was it during the cultist attack? We did everything to please you. Why? Why do you fear us now? I do not fear you, I'm trying to understand you. Nomos are glad. Nomos enjoy understanding too. Entities such as this one ought to be addressed using the language of sacred rituals and offerings. Your unskillful meddling bodes ill. A decision is required of you. Either the complementary ritual is finished, or it is replaced by a rite of tech communion. In the first scenario, the entity Nomos will be banished, and the sacred data halls where the entity dwelt will be reset. In the second scenario, we will appease the entity and learn more about it. I want to learn more about it. No, Nomos do not want to be banished. Nomos want to help. Nomos want to understand. What else can you do? Nomos learn. Nomos try new things. Do you want to see? Does it please you? Do you want us to do it again? So he just killed one of our crew. You are provoking the machine spirit. Stop. Nomos enjoy communication. You are our blood. Stop it, that's enough. Those are living people. How can you kill them like that without rhyme or reason? We stop their functions. Do you not turn machines off sometimes? We do not know how to turn humans back on, not yet. But after enough experiments we will. We are always learning new things. What is your take on this? Is this a entity, a benevolent a machine spirit, or a monster? Understanding the essence of the entity Nomos is beyond my reach at present. The hypothesis spectrum ranges from the extreme of abominable intelligence to the extreme of the great spirit in the Omnissiah's apostle. The rite of tech communion appears to be a reasonable solution. The rite will take many cycles, but it will allow me to come closer to identifying the entity and making contact with it. Let's start clearing things up. Were you the one responsible for the ship's malfunctions? And what about the ship's entries and ship logs? Yes, Nomos did that. Are you angry? We only wanted to understand, to see how things worked. These are both, I don't want to do either of these. Finish the ritual and banish it from the ship, or you are to investigate the nature of this anomaly until we know the truth. Oh wait, I thought I was going to banish also. Let's investigate the nature of it. Nomos wants to learn what we are too. We will add things to your log. Things that might help us help you. The decision is made. I will begin my preparations for the communion rite at once. Many cycles of interaction with the entity NOMOS will await me, but I will complete the task and accept it from the Messiah. NOMOS are glad. Will you speak with us too? We want to speak with us too. The Lord Captain's body lacks the sacred implants necessary for tech communion with a machine spirit's code. But if such is your wish, he can converse with you using lowly sound speech as he is doing right now. I will speak with you. NOMOS are glad. We have been lonely. Our work here is done. I will let my tech comrades know that we are stopping the Complementa ritual. Thank you for appearing before us, Entity NOMOS. So either this is a really advanced VI or it is an AI and it could kill us all. And might kill us all. Hello NOMOS, welcome your visit. What have you been doing? We have been studying and observing and helping the ship when we can. So many mechanisms, they would have suffered without our input. What about the research notes on the tech flight that we obtained from the cache on Kiava Gamma? This name is also known to us. It is related to NOMOS, although we do not understand how. Okay.
Greetings. Too many colors. The hues flicker and intersperse, merging into a single wave. It's about to crash. Forgive me, but I cannot satisfy your curiosity at this time. Perhaps later. I haven't.
That's not good.
Rogue trader.
So, shall we discuss the mission on Thasera?
Of course. Which part?
What do you think you could have done to satisfy the prefect?
I do not know. It was one of those tough situations where only time will tell how well you handled them. If I were in your position, I would take the prefect's evaluation in stride and learn from your painful experience on Thasera. Sometimes, life knocks the wind out of you in a way that can't be dodged, so it helps to learn how to take a hit.
The prefect can say what she likes. I'm convinced that I made the right choice.
I'm not going to call the prefect's judgment into question, but you had to make a difficult decision, and you made it. You took responsibility. I appreciate such qualities in people.
Did you see any of the entertainment did you like any of the entertainment we saw in Thasera?
I was on a mission, not attending to pointless amusements.
There must have been something that appealed to you.
Very well. If you insist, let me think about it one more time. The wine smelled like wash. The imposter hunt was a plot. I failed to see anything appealing there. And the rest of the festivities had all the characteristics of degradation. I believe that covers everything.
What a boring man.
You should take that into account if you ever need an escort for some high society events. You know, one who actually has your back and keeps watch instead of drinking.
Fair enough.
We could discuss something else.
Okay. Can you recall anything unusual about Theodore's travel through the Words Epitaph Incident N87 872-04 or Tech Flight ring a bell? All of Lady Theodora's journeys could be considered unusual. Her odysseys were always audacious. As for the words you mentioned, none of them sound familiar to me as far as I can tell. Perhaps those are matters of long ago, of which only my predecessors or a past seneschal could have known apart from Lady Theodora herself. But my grandfather never mentioned any such thing, and I never met the old seneschal. Except maybe the incident. I recall coming across the word in transmissions several times. I think it was repeated by the former engine seer, the one who perished during Kunrad Voigtvir's uprisings. He was describing it as the incident, something quite remarkable. Apparently, at some point in the past, the entire ship was hit by a massive system failure. All systems stopped responding for 1/5 of a second. Most of the crew, including myself, as I was likely on board at the time, did not notice anything strange, but tech priests are sensitive to such things. That's all I can tell you. Wish I could help. Huh.
Lord Captain?
What about you?
No, definitely not. No, I don't recall anything like that. Lord Captain.
To what do I owe this visit?
Anything new for you? I haven't talked in a while. Nope.
The only sire knows.
Take heed, Nemo. Elontark.
Okay.
Elontark.
What about you?
They mean nothing to me. They're just words. A whisper. So quiet, I barely caught it. Like a feather landing on a pile of down. Something about damned ambitions, antiquity, terrible antiquity. And chance. Chance through it all. Oh, now I have a headache. And the stupid bloody whisper wasn't much help.
Okay.
Of course.
You are spoiling me.
Talk to Raybor. Talk to Master of Ceremonies. Okay, we got this one or this one. This costs us 5 weapons, but we get unerring shots. Torpedoes do more damage. Doesn't really matter. And security for all planets and people, which is useful. Or pay for people and get complacency for all planets and profit factor in a Bleeding Axe. Yeah, this one. There are now more convicts than there is work to go around. The surplus can be driven into the jungle. Over time they will become wild and be toughened by inter-clan conflicts, at which point the best fighters among them will be selected for service. Okay. What about you? Can't say they do, Lord Captain. Doesn't ring any bells. Then again, remembering all the places Lady Theodore went is... Epitaph incident. We've always had heaps of troubles happening on board, but through my implants I feel at one with the ship, and I sense that I don't know what it happened exactly. It started behaving differently, became more responsive, livelier. Yes, livelier is exactly the word. And when you said epitaph and incident, it just dawned on me. Pardon my bungled report, but that's all I've got to say on that front. Lord Captain. So did they put an AI into the ship? Is that what we're trying to get at? Wait and search. So I guess we gotta go back to Dargonis. That, or maybe I go north to Phoebus first to do the event, and then we go. But I don't think I want to go all the way to Calvagama. That'd be a long trek. Someone's at my room. Hello? Oh yeah, I do have points, don't I? I forgot. Alan Talk, I finally found you in this dwelling. This symbol has many meanings: humility, grief, loss, shame, and regret. I hope you will accept them all, because I am sorry for what happened to your world, to your subjects, to your palace, and for what my kin did to them. Your kin? You never referred to the Drukhari as such before. We come from the same source, Ellen Talk. We share the same blood. Even though the Drukhari's blood is distorted and their souls empty, it is a fact that we cannot simply be brushed aside. Why are you apologizing? It's not your fault. My words will not heal the wounds, nor bring back the fallen, and they will not restore your protectorate. However, really yet? Look, Alan Talk, the gaze of a child of Azurion can penetrate deeper than a monk has, and I can see all the heaviness that has accumulated in your soul during our travels. I see it in your gestures, in the tilt of your head, in the change in your sense. If you will allow me, I will help you to cast off this burden and cleanse your soul and mind of worry. How exactly are you going to help me? It is difficult to describe, but your soul shines bright and your mind is strong enough for you to be able to immerse yourself in your own mind and cleanse it of unnecessary cares. I am still not sure that your species is capable of such a thing, but it is worth a try. If nothing comes out of it, then the only thing you will lose is a small fraction of your time. And I will be your guide on this journey. I'll help you to enter the meditative state to get to know yourself. Of course, that is if you let me. Immersing yourself in your soul is a deeply intimate process, but you will not be able to do it without me. And I promise that I will not judge you or your world or anything that takes place inside it. We'll only see what you want to see. Is this the same meditation you were using before to immerse yourself? And you are a little curious to see what's inside my head, aren't you? Meditation is not a tool for achieving lowly goals. It is a healing spring for the soul. Is it painful? No, There's no physical pain, but you will be able to see your inner pain if it is bleeding in your soul. Okay. Then we need to find a suitable place, somewhere quiet and serene. Let go of everything. Your doubts, fears, and emotions cast aside. Now look inside your soul. Oh. Hopefully no demons try to murder me. We did it. So far your world resembles the real one. But let's go deeper. Remember that everyone here is just a reflection of your thoughts, feelings, and desires. Do not be afraid to look them in the eye.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Fresh blood soaks into the priceless silk coverlets, forming an ugly stain under the corpse. Your corpse. All sentient beings are afraid of death. You have to accept the fear first before you can get rid of it. Your words could be misconstrued. I am a mutant. Are you just toying with me? Accept my fear. There's Coonrad. Standing at the helm, peering into the darkness of the cosmos, you feel as lonely among the stars as I do among my own kin. And my loneliness. Listen closely. We got rid of one rogue trader, and we'll get rid of him too. Everyone from the lower decks to the senior officers hate him. I hear their Vox transmissions. Mutiny is brewing. As long as I still can use his thrones, I don't care. Once betrayed, it is hard to put one's trust in others again, especially those closest and most loyal to you.
Follow my lead.
Am I here to kill you, to betray you, to serve you? Am I friend or foe? What do you think? You are doing everything right. Don't worry, Shireen. I will happily take your place when you are gone. Coonrad. Have you already forgotten me? Oh, don't ever forget me, not even for a moment, because as soon as you turn away, I will plunge the shard of my sword into your throat. Good to meet you too. Are you gonna go away? The burden of responsibility lies on your shoulders, and your soul grows dull from weariness. Break free from the chains. I don't know who this monkey is, but your memories of them are akin to slimy mud after the rain. Let's wash it away like spring water, shall we?
Victory awaits!
There he is. Putting on airs, Lord Captain, you are as distant from the common folk as rusty old footfall is from Terra. In truth, you believe in nothing at all. Not the God Emperor, the archenemy, or even people. That's not true. My crimes against the sacred laws of the Omnissiah have been logged. Retribution is immediate. Imminent. Hide behind the warrant all you want. I can see right through you. One day you will make a mistake, and then rest assured I will be there, the punishing hand of the Lex Imperialis. Your decisions will doom us all. Lowly pirates perish, risking nothing but their own skin. But what of you?
A new challenge for me?
You got lucky, monkey. But luck is the only thing you have. You are weak. Only the mad and foolish never doubt their strength. The wise are full of doubt, but they know how to let go of them. Theodora, I am proud of you. You have become a worthy successor and perhaps even the best Lord Captain. That seems like a happy one. All the others have been bad. Some words you need to hear at least once to believe them. What else?
None shall stand in my way.
Cabela. Love, a hollow word. Do you not see that I only have the undying one in my heart, not you, not ever? Okay. You are reaching out to a soul you do not fully understand. You are afraid that your differences will only cause your pain. Do not let fear dictate your fate. Ooh. Do you see yourself now, just as radiant as others see you? The light in your soul pierces the darkness, ready to give hope to those who need it most. Accept your light.
It's about time.
What is this, monkey? That's our conversation. Why are you so surprised by these particular echoes of my world? I did not think there would be a place for me inside a human soul, and the memory itself clean, not distorted. This is something I must reflect upon and ponder in solitude. When you strive to know someone, they inevitably become a part of you. Your words trouble me with their sincerity. Your mind is much cleaner and loftier than I imagined. To become a part of someone. Embrace her. It's a hug, I thought. So these are the dormant desires lurking in the depths of your soul. I promise not to judge you, but this is not something I can tolerate enough. I thought embrace meant like a hug, and I thought that was okay. My bad. Friends hug. Monkey. After all the warnings and conversations we had, you decide to show your lowly nature, and at the exact moment when I was helping to ease your burdened soul. Sometimes I wonder, can we come to fully understand each other, but your actions in the depths of your soul have shown how different we are. Do not try to reach inside my soul ever again, as doors are tightly closed to you from now on. My bad, I guess. I meant for a hug, not whatever made you really mad. Solomorn. I wonder what the arbitrators do to unwind. Nah. So unwind is not a code word and you are not in danger. So you truly want to know how the arbitrators spend their duty, or their time off duty. Well, why not? I suggest a little shooting contest. We'll use empty bottles as targets. Guards, bring me a weapon and set out targets. Let's keep it simple. 3 rounds, 3 shots. Whoever's the better shot wins. You go first. It could end in a draw. We'll do it this way. If it's a draw after 2 rounds, if you land the 3rd shot, the victory is yours. In Calixus, we called this the attacker's advantage, a good way of teaching arbitrators that if you get the chance to shoot first, you must hit the target. Watch out, it's done. I'm gonna miss. Yeah. You fire and he hit. Now shoot with our eyes closed. Why not? Visibility in combat is usually far from ideal. I'll cheat. I still fail. Congratulations, you went and take a bottle of my finest Samasek. Thank you. I make sure to keep this empty bottle afterward in case you want to have another shooting contest. Well, that sucked. Oh, I got... What? I got... Why? I got a crack grenade. That's new. Any new trophies? No. Wait. The blade of a Drukari Xenos is one of the trophies taken from the bodies of the enemies during the defense of Dargonis. Yep. Thought that was an alien blade. Can I apologize? I was just going for a hug.
Elantark.
Crap. I messed up. That's the story of my life, I guess, though. Try to be nice, and then they're like, ew. That's disgusting. It's whatever, I guess I deserve it. Yeah, we have 50 points. That's crazy. I kind of try to make connections and then lower the difficulty. Lord Captain, the astropathic choir has caught glimpses of horrifying visions. Something has breached the colony from underground. Soon after a new section of deep tunnels had been put into operation, it was overrun by monsters. They lurk in the darkness, swarm in the shadows, attack quietly, and leave nothing in their wake, consuming flesh, plasteel, and rockcrete. The churring of 1,000 claws heralds their approach, and desperate cries can be heard in the silence of the tunnels. Praise be to the Golden Throne. These creatures do not seem to be interested in getting to the surface. However, they have seized several active mines and are doing God knows what to them. What are they? Few have faced them and survived to tell a tale, so the information is scarce and hardly reliable. Their accounts, if you will, are a jumble of facts mixed with wild speculations. Some call these monsters a swarm, because they crawl along the tunnel like a wave. They say the enemies are vast in number and resemble insects. One of the fortunate survivors, mad with horror, emerged from the mines holding a wrench engraved with strange markings. The pattern was the exact same as the one with the mad convicts. Are they Tyranids? The threat is unknown. Establishing the nature of the threat is the top priority. Collateral losses are insignificant. Requesting authorization to coordinate an offensive operation to be carried out by the penal battalions in order to determine the nature of the attack. We have to block off this threat and protect the people. To do this, we must blow up the tunnels, but to make sure that the plan works, it has to be done in areas currently occupied by this unknown enemy. I am sure that a dozen brave souls can be found in the colony, ones willing to accept the grace of martyrdom and carry the explosives into the darkness below. We drive those monstrosities back underground and use heavy drilling machines to simulate an offensive from multiple directions. Then we block the majority of the passages, leaving only the best defended ones open. Let's see how the miscreants enjoy being trapped. Do the counterattack. This item negates all enemy energy damage dealt to the wearer, but it cannot occur more than 3 times per combat. Arm the convicts and the overseers and have them fight the invaders, and I get that. Choose convicts ready to atone for their misdeeds to the honor of martyrdom. Give them explosives and send them down to the tunnels and seal the enemies underground. All allies gain plus 10 demolition and deal more fire damage. Or blow up the tunnels to prevent any more casualties. Or let's drive the enemy back into the darkness. He doesn't have a bonus. I like that one actually though. Let's do Solomon's plan. We may lack the forces to exterminate the invaders, but we have quite enough to drive them back and win ourselves some time for the battles to come. The new extraction sector shook as drilling machinery tore into the rock. From the depths of the mining drifts came the sounds of screeching and scraping. A hideous swarm of metal and reinforced insects charged the invaders, or the defenders, but the tactic worked and the enemy vanquished, and what remained of the swarm disappeared into the planet's bowels. One could only hope and pray that enough time had been won for the next invasion. Nice. And we still gotta do the Holy Delegation. Reverend Hieronymus has arrived on the planet for a brief visit. A great many itinerant pilgrim have come with hope of finding a new home. Accept them. Organize a grand mass burning of blasphemers in the week of faith in honor of Reverend Hieronymus' arrival. Or welcome him with lavish festivities. Yeah, we'll do the festivities. The colony's spiritual fervor has impressed many of the pilgrims, and they've decided to stay on the Rogue Traders planet. Hieronymus departed for another world, taking the rest of the faithful with him in search of a planet that could become their home. Alright. Well, I think this episode will be done here. Next time, we'll go back to Dargonis to do the ceremony, and then we'll see where it goes from there. So, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a nice day.